Today, we become legends.
Yep, that's right, we're back with more satisfying Smite abilities to land. This time, we're covering the Warriors. These are those high impact, hype abilities that everyone loves to see someone land at SPL or just in their own games. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for the rest of the classes, being Hunter, Guardian and Mage coming soon, as well as the final 6th video that ranks the top 10 of all time. The 2 winners of each class, as voted on by you guys, my community. As you may have seen if you've watched the previous Assassins video, I released 2 polls, Group A and Group B, and then the winners of Group A and Group B will go into the final video. To compete against all the other classes, like the Warriors we got in today's video, they'll compete against the 2 Warrior winners of the poll of this video, so definitely check out the community post afterwards if you want to get in on that. But with that said, let's jump in. Kicking off the list, we have a true classic, Tyr's Assault Stance Fearless. Almost always comboed with the follow-up Power Cleave for a further knockup, Fearless is Tyr's core game plan and provides immense rewards such as pulling enemies into towers, into your team, as well as great damage like 480 base and 100% scaling is nothing to laugh at from a warrior. He gets all this reward for only moderate risk, as hitting a Fearless isn't too hard and you're not using your only movement ability because Tyr has 3, but every single time it gives you that dopamine rush when you hit it that keeps you playing this game. Tyr Fearless is a true classic. Taking the number 7 spot, we have Guan Yu's ultimate. This ult in itself isn't extremely satisfying, but the mind games that ensue when you use it definitely are. Since the Guan player can cancel the channel at any time to activate the stun, it's all about guessing when they'll go for the stun. Will they go for max damage and swing at you and only stun right at the end, or will they jump off instantly for a quick stun you weren't quite ready for? Those kinds of interactions make for really satisfying outplay potential on Guan as well in my opinion, and it's what I personally live for in Smite, definitely deserving of the list. Driving into the number 6 spot, we have Hercules and his first ability, Driving Strike. You might be starting to see a small trend emerging in these videos in that pulls are just super satisfying to land. Hercules in particular just feels amazing, and realistically this spot could be his 1 and his 2 since they combo off of each other more often than not. But hitting a perfect Hercules 2 into 1 combo is much like hitting a Tyr Fearless into Power Cleave combo, it's just so satisfying. Especially as a solo main, I'm sure given it's a warrior video a lot of you solo mains will be watching, so you'll be having a blast I'm sure. But moving on to number 5, we have an actually good Horus ult. You know the ones I'm talking about, the 5-man team deployment into Fire Giant Pit courtesy of our bird friend here, resulting in a deicide and stealing the Fire Giant for your team. I say a quote actually good Horus ult because it's ridiculously hard to actually maximize this ability and requires tons of trust from your teammates, especially on comms in a serious match to fully go in on you on your call. If one person backs out at the last minute, you're in a 4v5 and will almost certainly die. It's all or nothing, which is why this is so satisfying when someone does actually hit that one beautiful 5-man Horus engage to actually win the fight. So good. Slow but steady is the way to go at number 4 with Erlang Shen's turtle cancels. Well, perhaps this one is less slow with Erlang's assassin-like playstyle and tendency for aggression. The turtle cancel is where, as Erlang, you basic attack, immediately turtle the enemy, then cancel the turtle as soon as possible when the knockup hits. This way you still get the shield, you cancel your basic attack, and can wail upon the knocked enemy for 1 or 2 more basics for free depending on your level of attack speed before they hit the ground. Without performing a turtle cancel, you wouldn't be able to do this, and the faster you cancel, the more likely you can kill the enemy before they hit the ground with Erlang Shen's ridiculous damage. This move can single-handedly turn fights on their head, especially considering it also gives you a shield on top of doing tons of damage. And many simply don't expect the burst that comes out of this supposed warrior. Taking the number 3 spot is Wukong's Magic Cudgel, or his 1. Now, for this one you will have one of 2 reactions. Either 1, yes, so much this, why isn't it number 1? Or 2, what the fuck is this Nene on about? For the 2s among you, play some Wukong. This ability just feels right. Maybe it's because you don't lock in a targeter on cast, you can adjust your aim in real time, making this ability damn near unmissable, or just the animation itself where the Jingu Bang extends, or the frequency since it's on a low cooldown and good for wave clear and poke, but something about using it in solo lane just makes me want to play Wukong more, and I already have him diamond. Breaking into the top 2 though, we have Bellona's Bludgeon Slam with a multi-man spin setup. Now, for those non-solo mins that thought I just summoned Satan, Bellona's 2 does an initial spin in a circle around her before a line slam in the front. The trick is though, each enemy hit during the spin portion increases the damage of the slam portion by 25%. This means hitting 4 people with the spin does double damage. It's a rare sight, but seeing a Bellona hit that multi-man spin into slam on an enemy carry in a team fight would make you absolutely think she's an ability-based assassin. Which, by the way, you should try full ability-based Bellona with CDR and Crusher, it's a lot of fun. Little secret for you guys that don't skip to the end of these. In total, with a 5-man hit of this ability, it can deal up to a staggering 862 base damage and 160% scaling. As a Bellona enthusiast, seeing this kind of stuff just makes me want to slam another star onto her belt. But finally, the number 1 most satisfying warrior ability to hit in the game is Gilgamesh's Dropkick. Could it really be anything else? This ability almost feels like it was designed primarily to be satisfying to hit above all else. which I guess makes sense considering it's unbalanced as all hell and has a very weird looking animation. I mean, just look at this, what is he doing? Kicking enemies into other enemies is my personal favourite application of dropkick, but I'm sure you all have your own ways, such as launching minions into the enemy mid laner's jungle and destroying half their health. We don't judge here, but however you slice it, Gilga's dropkick is ultimately the most satisfying warrior ability in the game for me. Well, to use. To be on the receiving end, it makes me want to quit the game, but I don't know about you. But that's it for the top 8 most satisfying warrior abilities to land. Some really strong candidates here for the final 6th video I think, which will rank the most top 10 satisfying abilities of all time. And of course using your own input to determine the rankings via the community post, which you should check out now if you haven't. So check back for future videos in this series and all my other stuff on the channel, and don't forget to drop a like before you leave. Thanks for watching, and peace out nerds.